Hey guys, I'm back. Well, I still got my quarantine beard going on, and I'll probably give it a few more weeks, maybe a little longer. We'll see what happens because most people are not a fan of it, but we'll see. I'm trying it out. It's the perfect time to try it, and we'll go from there. So where have I been? I know I've been MIA because, to be honest, I've been struggling with this stuff. The food hasn't been great. Last week was my birthday, and it's supposed to be a one-day cheat. Maybe eat a little ice cream, maybe eat some cake, maybe drink a little bit. But that turned into a week's worth of events. I drank like 3 or 4 times last week and I failed, essentially. So yeah, it's definitely been a little tough, especially because I don't live by myself. I live with Marianne, who's my girlfriend, and we live in their parents' basement until our house gets built. And we don't have control over the food in the house. Well, we do buy our own food, but obviously other people buy food as well. So whenever I go into the kitchen, there's always stuff there tempting me. You know what? Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at what's in the kitchen today. I haven't set anything up. We're gonna go take a look, see what's there, and I'll show you what happens to me every time I walk into the kitchen. So let's go. Let's take a look. All right. So we're in the kitchen, and it's my water bottle. It's 4 liters, but I try to finish one of those a day. It's hard, but we try to make it work. So every time I walk into the kitchen, this is what happens. So I know what I already have for food. I know I have some vegetables in the fridge. But I walk over here, and then what do we got? We got a pot of white rice, and this white rice is really, really good. It's kind of make sushi with, so I always want to grab some of that, but that gets tough. Then we got, what do we got here? We got brioche buns, because we got burgers, in the freezer, right? Brioche buns, if you don't know, these are the buns you need when you're making a hamburger. Then what do we got? I think these are sweet potatoes. They look like sweet potatoes, so that isn't too bad. And then we have here, so we got some Filipino pastries. So we got some pandesal. That looks like ube pandesal with cream cheese in the middle. That looks delicious. And then we got some, it looks like cheese on the top of this bread, right? And I think there's a garlic filling. You know what? I know there's a garlic filling in there because I ate one, right? And that always shouts out to me. So there you go, temptation. Then we got over here. We got, look at this box of hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate, right? Shouldn't be drinking it, but it's there, right? And then what do we have over here? I don't know what this is, but look. It looks like some sort of chocolate cake. I'm sure it's a chocolate banana bread. I didn't try this yet, I'll be honest. I didn't try that yet. But it looks delicious. But again, more temptation, right? What do? There's some green tea over there, which is nice, but you know, and then there's some chips on top of it. To get to the green tea, you gotta eat the chips first. Then we got the fridge, right? Open the fridge. I know my spinach is there, but who really wants to eat spinach when you got beer, and it's really hot these days. Got some beer, and we open this. We got some, you know, what are these? I think there's a jalapeno sausages, processed meat sausages, cheese, which is my absolute favorite, more cheese, but you know, and then look, some cookie dough. So we got some cookie dough there, and you know, it's just always there, and it's out of my control, but I just have to be disciplined, which is the hardest part in this whole adventure of mine, is resisting all this. And then we got in the freezer, we got some hamburgers, like I was saying, then these look like onion rings, so this ice cream cake, we got ice cream cake, right? And you know, that stuff's just delicious on a hot summer day. Why can't I have ice cream cake? So yeah, that's every day. I gotta walk through and I get tempted, and sometimes I eat some stuff. So let's go to the basement because we ordered some food for ourselves. There's a fridge downstairs, so follow me down to the basement. Let's take a look at that. So this is our second fridge, and I've ordered a whole bunch of stuff from Butcher Box. So that's where I get my organic meats, free range chicken, and some trout. I believe we have some trout in there, but so we have all our meats here, which is really, really nice, and it's not too bad. It's $200 for all this stuff, and it's all grass-fed beef, which is really good. Just gotta cook it, but again, oh, the light went out. But again, when I open this fridge, look at all the other stuff, delicious things that I can eat instead of my healthy food. We got cocktail wieners. Why not? We got, what is this? I don't know, some frozen fish or chicken, one or the other. Fire grilled chicken strips, that should be okay. But then we got mini quiches, which are delicious. And what are these? Ice cream, mochi ice cream. These are delicious as well. So there's all this stuff. There's temptation everywhere. And if I had my own place, it'd be a little easier because then I could control the food in the house. But just like that, when I live in a place like this, there's so much temptation everywhere. I think that relates to most people, that there's temptation everywhere, and how do we resist it? I have a few strategies, but we're gonna get to first is I'm gonna show you a little bit of my skin first, and when I'm showing my skin, I'll show you, or I'll describe what type of strategies I'm implementing to try to negate these cravings and try to stay away from all this bad food. So follow me, we're gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna take a look at my skin, and I'm gonna show you some of the strategies I've been using to try and stay away from all that bad food. All right, so let's go upstairs now, follow me. All right, so now we're upstairs. I'm gonna show you my skin. I'm not gonna show you everything because, to be completely honest with you, with me now being perfect, it's actually gotten a little bit worse, but I'm gonna leave that for a surprise later. So I'm just gonna show you my lower limbs. I'll explain what I've been doing with those recently. So we'll take a look at my legs. And as you can see, it's still pretty rough there. It's red, but it's not too flaky and it's not too annoyed. Not really bleeding or anything like that. That's because over the past 3 days, I've been pretty consistent with putting coconut oil on it. So I've been putting coconut oil on this and also cling wrapping it. So I've been using plastic wrap to put on my legs, which is kind of annoying, but I just want to see what's going to happen, because from what I was doing before, just using the Aveeno lotion, nothing was really changing, and it was getting a little bit worse. Because as you can see here, it's almost my entire leg. It's all I got left between the separation. That's kind of healthy in a sense, right? So that's still pretty bad. My upper leg is a little dry, but I don't want to take off my pants right now. I don't know if you can see that. That's a little more dry over here, because I'm only cling wrapping and using coconut oil on the bottom half of my legs. So I'm gonna see what happens. I've been putting coconut oil and lotion on the top part of my legs, only cling wrapping the bottom. So I wanna see what happens, if there's gonna be any difference with using coconut oil and the plastic wrap at night when I sleep versus just applying it during the day, and if it rubs off or something like that. Okay, so that's my leg. And so what I've been doing to kind of plan ahead and strategize about eating is I write everything out. So I put it in my calendar and I say I'm eating breakfast at this time, whether it's 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. I eat a snack at this time, whether it's green tea or a healthy snack. I gotta eat my lunch at this time, but I also plan out what I'm gonna be eating and I stick to it. And that's been working for the past week or so, because if I get hungry, that's when everything goes out the window. That's when I'm gonna want those burgers, that's when I'm gonna want that ice cream, that's when I'm gonna want that sugar. Right? And the key to this, eliminating the leaky gut syndrome, is trying to avoid that food for as long as possible to starve that bacteria that is craving all that food in your gut. So I'm gonna try it. 1 weekend I've been okay, or maybe more 4 or 5 days, because last week was my birthday. We're gonna see if we can keep going. I'm gonna check back in next week, I promise. There's gonna be a video next week, and then we'll go from there, okay? So thanks for checking in, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.